Hello. I did this food presentation on the Asian pear. A little bit of history and culture on the Asian pear. It's in ancient China, people believed that the pear represents immortality and prosperity because pear trees live for a very long time. In Korea, the pear symbolizes grace and nobility. The pear tree is a symbol of comfort in many Korean legends, and the pear gives women fertility. It also bestows wisdom and health. Asian pears have been cultivated in Japan for over 3,000 years and differ genetically from the European pears. There are two distinct categories of Asian pears, those of Chinese and of Japanese origin. Chinese Asian pears have similar shape to the European pear, while the Japanese Asian pears have a shape akin to an apple. People often use these pears as ceremonial food in South Korea. As Korea became more influenced by Confucianism during the Joseon dynasty, people began preparing food for certain ceremonial practices. And like the cherry blossom, the pear tree flowers also symbolize early spring, and people often travel to see the beautiful pear tree fields. So the dish I chose was an Asian pear salad. The base of that would be arugula, and then you would have sliced Asian pear, pumpkin seeds, goat cheese, and then like an oil and vinegar, like an oil and lemon dressing. The composition of the nutrient composition of the Asian pear itself for one regular sized pear is around 51 calories, 1 gram of protein, less than a gram of fat, 13 grams of carbohydrates, 9 of those being sugar and 4 being fiber. The relationship to disease with the Asian pear, the vitamins and minerals and antioxidants in Asian pears can provide significant health benefits. The copper in Asian pears, for example, helps your bodies form blood cells and absorb iron. Copper is an important part of nerve cells and supports your immune system. It's also a building block of collagen, which helps cushion your joints and strengthen your bones. The fiber in Asian pears can bind to bad LD cholesterol and carry out of your system, keeping your cholesterol levels lower. Potassium, on the other hand, is connected to lower blood pressure. Sodium raises your blood pressure, but eating a healthy amount of potassium can lower it again without you having to cut out salt completely. Dietary fiber also helps your body manage its blood sugar levels more effectively. Dietary fiber is absorbed by the body more slowly than simple sugar, helping insulin handle the blood sugar swinging more easily. This can be especially helpful for people living with type 2 diabetes. Antioxidants like vitamin C help lower your risk of certain types of cancer. Colon and prostate cancers have both been shown to be minimized by antioxidants. The effects of antioxidants on breast cancer are still being studied. These antioxidants work by neutralizing free radical particles that can damage cells and cause cancer. Oh, I skipped a slide. Or a few. To tell if the Asian pear is fresh, you can examine the skin. It should be firm and crisp and similar to the skin of an apple. There shouldn't be any bruises or like openings. The smell should not appear rotten or spoiled, and the pear can maintain its freshness longer if it's stored in a refrigerator. For like agriculture of the Asian pear, you must plant at least 2 Asian pear varieties to assure that the cross-pollination and it's a good fruit set. Do not rely on common pear variets to pollinate Asian pears. Asian pears tend to overproduce and need to be thinned shortly after bloom. Approximately 2 to 3 weeks after bloom, shake the branches of the tree to force any fruit that has stopped developing to drop. And then Asian pear trees take between 3 to 5 years to begin producing fruits after propagation. Preparation of the Asian salad starts with harvesting the pears, and then you'll chop up your vegetables and fruits and wash them. And add that to your arugula. And then add the salt and the pumpkin seeds on top and the goat cheese, and then top it with dressing of choice and toss it. I bought my Asian pear at the Lucky Market. I actually went with some other members of this class, and we all got to split the price. That was kind of nice. And it was good. It had the texture of an apple, but it was definitely sweeter, and I would say juicier and kind of almost syrupy, which is it's also like more similar to like a regular pear that I've had before. So here's a picture of the one we got. So Asian pears are most common in Asia and can be compared to the apple in America, which is a staple and is universally loved and valued. They would make a dessert with an Asian pear the same way we would make an apple pie. And then here are my references. Thank you guys.